Alicia here with another lightened up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today's recipe is going to be for gingerbread baked oatmeal. Now I'm doing this as a WW breakfast meal prep this week, so I thought I would show you guys how this turns out, especially since I have never actually done a gingerbread version of baked oatmeal before. I've done lots of other ones and I have several of them on my channel, which I'll try to remember to link up above and down below if you want to check some different variations out. But since we are in December, I thought it would be fun to do kind of a Christmassy gingerbread version of baked oatmeal. So again, I'm doing this for meal prep. Thought I would take you guys with me and see how it turns out. Let me jump into ingredients real quick and I'll show you what I'm gonna use to make this. So first off, you're gonna need 2 cups of rolled or old-fashioned oats. And then I wanted to do buttermilk in this instead of just the regular almond milk that I typically use in my baked oatmeals. And to make your own buttermilk, it's very, very simple. All you have to do is add either a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice to 1 cup of milk. So since I'm using 2 cups of this Almond Breeze unsweetened vanilla almond milk, I have here 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar. Or again, you can use lemon juice. Whatever you have on hand, either works. And all you do is mix the 2 together, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and voila, you have homemade buttermilk. Very, very simple. That's usually what I use if I have a recipe that I want to use buttermilk in. I usually just make my own because it's very simple. You can also do that with any type of milk, not just almond milk. You can do it with cow's milk, different nut milks, whatever. It should work for all of them. And again, that's usually what I do for my buttermilk. So that is gonna give me 2 cups of buttermilk, essentially homemade. And then here I've got 2 large eggs. I've got a 1/2 cup of no sugar added or unsweetened Mott's applesauce. I'm gonna be putting in 1/4 cup of molasses. And then also for sweetener in this, I'm gonna be using this Lakanto Golden, a 1/3 cup of that. You're gonna need a teaspoon ground cinnamon, teaspoon vanilla extract, a teaspoon ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves. You're also gonna need 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, and then a 1/2 teaspoon salt. And that is everything that I'm gonna be putting in this. So let me get us started. And I almost forgot again to mention that you're gonna need cooking spray for this for your dish so that this does not stick in there. So anyway, now on to making this. First thing I'm gonna do is get my buttermilk made up because this does need to sit for 5 minutes. So again, that's 2 cups of almond milk. I'm gonna measure out here. And then to that, I'm gonna just add in my apple cider vinegar, whisk that around in there a little bit. And then I'm gonna just let that sit for 5 minutes. While that buttermilk is sitting for 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my dry ingredients. And so in this large bowl, I'm gonna add in my 2 cups of rolled oats, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, teaspoon cinnamon, teaspoon ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon cloves. And I'm gonna just get those all mixed together really well. And I'm gonna set those aside. In another bowl, I'm gonna add in my 2 large eggs, my unsweetened applesauce, Lakanto Golden, molasses, teaspoon vanilla, and finally my buttermilk. Now I'm gonna whisk all of this together. I've got this nice and mixed together, so now I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna pour it into my dry ingredients and just stir all of that together. Got that all mixed together, so now I'm gonna grab my dish and get that ready to pour this in. I've got a 9x9 casserole dish here. You could also use an 8x8. I use both sizes for these baked oatmeals. They both work really well. So I'm gonna give that a quick spray with my cooking spray. And now I'm gonna pour my oatmeal mixture in. Okay, this is now ready to go in my preheated oven at 375 Fahrenheit. And I'm gonna start this off probably around 35 minutes. They all take a little bit different amount of time. And since I've never done this version before, I'm gonna kind of have to guess, but I'm gonna start checking around 35. And what you're looking for with the baked oatmeals is for that center to be set. You're gonna have some slight browning and the edges are gonna just barely start kind of pulling from the sides. And that is how you know this is done. So I will be back once this is done. I checked this at the 35-minute mark and it is already looking done. So I don't know if you can tell at all. The edges are starting over here and it's not picking up to pull just a little bit. It's definitely set in the middle. It's got a nice browning to it. So it is done. I'm gonna let it rest here for probably 5-10 minutes and then I will cut into it and we will give it a taste. All right, I cut a serving of this out my pan there. Let it cool about 10 minutes. And I went ahead and topped it with just a little bit of whipped cream and a little bit more cinnamon. So the whipped cream is gonna add a point to this, but just the baked oatmeal by itself, a serving of it, which I have factored in at 1/6 of the total. Again, there's my pan. That is going to be 5 points. This smells really good. I'm really excited to give it a little taste and see what it tastes like. But yeah, 5 points for 1/6. So we'll give it a quick taste and see what we think of it. Okay, got my hubby here. You wanna?
Just waiting for permission.
Go for it. Give it a little taste. Now, remind me, you're not a gingerbread fan, correct? I can't speak right now. I'm having issues.
I don't even know what gingerbread is, to be honest with you.
You know what gingerbread is? Well, it's got molasses in it. So are you not a molasses fan? Ginger fan?
Not usually.
Yeah. Ginger and molasses.
I mean, so I know what ginger snaps are.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You like those, right? Kind of?
Not really.
Oh.
Oh my.
Well. Okay, while you're let me
Clovey.
take. It's got a little clove, not a lot. Which you could omit if you do not like cloves. I'll take a little bitty bite here.
That's clovey.
Is it too clovey for you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's easy enough. Don't put cloves in.
I love the baked oatmeals. That's really how it tastes, is oatmeal and cloves.
You don't like, that's what you don't like. It's cloves. I forgot. See, I like cloves. I like all of the, I guess, classic fall winter spices. I think that's really good, personally. That's got a really good flavor. But I'm picking up the cloves and
Clovey.
the ginger too. Got a little heat from the ginger, which is good. So not your favorite.
I wouldn't ask you to make this.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine.
But that's for me.
I personally think it's really good.
Yeah, I don't see why somebody that isn't
Into gingerbread.
a fan of that wouldn't think this was really good.
If you like gingerbread, I think you will like this. He obviously is not into the spices that are in gingerbread, so he's not the biggest fan.
I'm into you.
But he ate it anyway, we will note. Because he likes baked oatmeal. But yeah, no, I think that's really good. So I'll probably be eating more of this than you, is what I'm going to guess. Because that is, I'm all about the gingerbread, everything.
Clovey.
I know, clovey. We don't like the cloves. If you don't like cloves, you can omit the cloves. But anyway, that was gingerbread baked oatmeal. I think it's delicious. My husband, not so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.